Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is the day for you only. Several persons of the school will be here to answer your questions and introduce you several items concerning your stay and your studies in Institut of Polytechnique de Paris. Please welcome the President of Institut Polytechnique de Paris, Mr. Eric Labaille.
Good morning to everyone. I'm glad to welcome you to Institut Polytechnique de Paris. I know it's an important day for you, but it's also an important day for us to welcome the class of the masters of the Institute. And so we are really glad and honored to have you with us today and for the next year at least. And I want also to congratulate you for being admitted to Institut Polytechnique de Paris. I know it's a proof of your skills, of your excellence, but also of your resilience, because we are coming out of 2 years that have been, I think, difficult from many aspects, but you went through it, and we are glad to welcome you here in person. I know some of you, I think, are digital connection, so I say hello also to the one who are following on the net, but it's a welcome to all of you today for the best experience I hope you will have at Institut Polytechnique de Paris, and you can count on us to make that happen with the entire team. So I would like to say a few words, obviously, about the Institute, about what you are going to experience, what is around here, maybe a few thoughts as you start your year of study, and obviously you are going to know more about the specifics of each of the masters you are in later on, but first maybe a few things about the Institute. But before that, maybe also a few words about the class. I think we are very proud also to have 700 students between the PhD tracks and the master students, a lot of international profiles, which I think is one of the goal we have here, is to have really a class with the best from all over the world, and you represent the world, and we are very glad to have many cultures, many experiences around here, and I think it's part also of the experience. There is a scientific aspect, obviously. You will see a lot of professors. We have a lot of international professors also, and but also your class is going to give you a lot of experience, interaction, learnings, just from talking to each other and working together. We have also 25% women, which I think is a great start. We obviously aspire every year to get more women in the scientific masters, but it's already, I think, a great step as you will experience through the year. And as you can see, 57 countries represented, so I encourage you to meet, to discuss, to learn, because the wealth of experience you are bringing here, I think, is part of being at Institut Polytechnique de Paris. It's not only, I would say, the academic experience, also the class experience, and so I would encourage you to benefit from that. Now, you joined Institut Polytechnique de Paris, which is both young and with a lot of experience. As you know, we have been created 2 years ago, 5 schools getting together, 5 schools with a lot of experience, with a lot of values, a lot of recognition, but building an institute, in particular a graduate school, which you are in today as one of the first achievements. And this graduate school, just the objectives are very simple. We want together, to continue what each of the schools had been doing before independently, but together to provide the best training, best education, state-of-the-art research, and also to continue to develop innovation. And by working together, we're able to provide a wealth of possibilities, a depth of knowledge, which is unrivaled in the world. So that's what we are doing, what we are trying to do. And as you may know or remember, I'm sure you have done your homework also before coming here, we have been created also through the impulsion of the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, with the ambition of really radiating, continuing to innovate at scale, and to really building, as he says, he came here also a few months ago, building on the best of engineering, which has been the tradition of the 5 schools, but also to expand in the best of many education programs, leveraging the high quality of the academic group here. So that's the spirit of what we are building. As you know, we, and this is part of the experience also, it's where I'm spending some time sharing that with you. The Institute is 8,500 students when you look at all the different groups and the programs between the bachelor's, the engineering program, the master programs, PhD tracks, and the doctorates and executive education. So it's again a wealth also of students on campus, different profiles, different stage of education, but it's an important element of the Institute. We have also 1,000 PhDs, roughly, which also provides a link between the training, education, and obviously the research. And some of you obviously want to continue from your PhD track to the PhDs, which is at the core of the development of IP Paris. 30 labs, they are on campus, which is also, because the 5 schools obviously are on campus. We're at École Polytechnique today because we have the largest amphitheater, but you will go through the different schools, the different laboratories. And the 30 labs basically spread through all the disciplines, from the math to physics to chemistry to economy, computer science, and a few others. And that's also part of the wealth and the assets of Institut Polytechnique de Paris, these 30 labs. All of them, or most of them, are in partnership with some of the research institutes of France, like the CNRS or INRIA, which are basically the institute, national institute that are powering the research, and we are basically co-leading both all these laboratories. So again, these 30 labs, important part. I'm sure you will be in some of them, but you may also go beyond the topics you have chosen to learn maybe some of the others. They are just next door around here. We have 3 innovation centers also. One of them is at Drax. It's 100 meters from here. Another one is at Telecom, and the third one is in Évry, Telecom Sud Paris. So it's three laboratories through innovation labs, I would say, and 100 startups are coming out of it every year. I would say a few more words about that a bit later, but it's, you have the student group, you have the 30 labs, and you have the 3 innovation labs. And this is basically I would say the energy that is coming out of Institut Polytechnique de Paris. Few words also about the 5 schools that I mentioned. Institut is new, but the schools have brought their experience, their values, and the excellence. As you know, in the French education system, the grandes écoles have been always focused on the excellence of their training, always been recognized through that. And Institut Polytechnique de Paris is leveraging the same level of excellence. And the new programs we do, like the master programs, the PhD programs, obviously have the excellence that have been at the core of all of the schools, is at the core of Institut Polytechnique de Paris, and you are a testimonial of that. International faculty, 40%, I mentioned that before, which is well recognized globally. It's maybe also a reason why you are here, and that has been for many, many years, getting the best professors, the best researchers in all the fields, and we want to continue to do that. It's both on the student level, I mentioned that before, and at the professor level, we want to continue to do that. On the employee burn rate, you may have seen that. I'll come back to that in a minute. That's also a core characteristics of the grandes écoles, of Institut Polytechnique de Paris, as the 5 schools get together, which is a link with the industry. But industry in a broad sense could be administration, could be industry per se, could be the academic world. All the opportunities are great. Whenever you leave Institut Polytechnique de Paris, opportunities are whatever you want to do. And this is core strengths, and obviously you should leverage that. You may already know exactly what you want to do later on. You may also take the time of the next year to define a bit more. And here the connections with the outside world will be very good and should help you make that happen. And I'll come back on the campus later on. So maybe a few more words on IP Paris. Here I talked about the strengths. We have been obviously building the Institute over the past 3 years. We got the name 2 years ago. It was February 2019. And then we have put in place the governance, the board, all the governance inside on research, on education. And now we are basically, the last year, we have been just developing, quote unquote, accelerating, continuing to build opportunities in Institut Polytechnique de Paris. First recognition, by the way, now we are known. Before it was École Polytechnique or Telecom or ENSTA. Now in the rankings, and you may have seen that over the past year, Institut Polytechnique is well recognized, leveraging the strengths, communicating about what we do. And here are two examples. One is a QS ranking, which is a mix of training and research. You know also the Shanghai ranking, in which we are maybe less ranked, but it's purely research. And QS is research and training and education, and here we are in the top 50 in the world, second in France, second in the continental Europe. And that's at least a recognition of what we have been doing, and it's just a start because it's the first time Institut Polytechnique is recognized. And last Thursday, 3-4 days ago, we had also another great ranking that is, again, just a recognition of what I was talking about before, which is a recognition from the employers in terms of employability. The students coming out of IP Paris were in the top 12 globally and far in advance versus others in France and first in the EU. Same thing, it's a characteristics of the 5 schools getting together, and I think you will benefit from that also. The recognition from the students, from the, I would say, the labor market in terms of the quality. So it's back to the excellence of the students, the excellence of the training, excellence of education. Is starting being recognized pretty well, and we're proud of it. Again, the ranking is just a recognition of something. The ranking is not an objective, but it's a good, nice recognition. There are many recognitions you can get, or testimonials, but this one at least, we're, let's say, proud of it, as it's the first time that we are there as Institut Polytechnique de Paris, and again, the idea is that you would benefit from that as you leave at one point, become alumni, join the labor market. That time you will be recognized as coming from one of the institutes that has the best students and the best training. Now, a few words about what we are building. As mentioned, the first thing we have been doing at IP Paris is to build a graduate school, to get the master program, the PhD track, the doctorate underway. And this is, second year we have been doing that. As you know, we have now roughly 700 students between the PhDs and the masters, 14 tracks. And obviously, strong link with the labs and the research departments. Two doctoral schools, one run by IP Paris, the other one in partnership with Université Paris-Saclay, which is a math school. This is historic. Historically, our doctoral school in math has been together, and obviously we continue to do this, because we are basically on this plateau, the best math center of the world. So Polytechnique and UP-Saclay together are doing this. Now, on the research center, as I mentioned, we have 10 departments, and now we have been building these departments at the level of Institut Polytechnique de Paris. Before it was each school had 10 departments, to make it simple. Now we are putting together all the math researchers, the physics researchers, the economics researchers and professors. And so we can get, in fact, more opportunities. And the masters, in fact, reflect that, because you will see professors coming from all the schools, because they are professors at IP Paris. And so this is a nice element, or nice way of getting the leverage, getting the breadth again, and depth of the knowledge of the 5 schools together. So that's one axis, obviously, we are pushing, and PhDs and masters are clearly at the core of this development. And the second one is that we have created interdisciplinary centers. This is the launch a year ago with the Dean of HEC, next door, the business school. We were launching one of the 4 centers called High Paris, which is at top right. It's a multidisciplinary center doing research and training in data science and AI. So it's one of the forte, obviously, of what we do here. Some of you, I'm sure, are in that field, even if that field also is across many dimensions. And so we have been raising some money. The objective is to have a $20 million center, which means 20 teams of research, many PhDs, many master programs linked to that, because we want to make AI and data science. We have 200 and 250 researchers in that field, and we want just to expand and be known globally, even beyond our current reputation. The other center we have launched 2 years ago is E4C, Energy for Climate, which is putting together 26 centers, 26 labs from IIP Paris, plus a few other partners like École des Ponts, to get some good perspectives on even leading edge perspective on climate, energy efficiency, renewable, CO2 capture, and so on. Some of the key topics today of climate are at the core of this center, and something we have been raising some money to continue the development beyond what we have today and get even more impact. Interestingly, this campus is also a test bed for this lab, meaning you will see some of the buildings have some captors, some sensors, and with the sensors, give some data to the researchers. So we have, you may have seen also in front of the lake, we have the CIRTA, which we inaugurated 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, which is, again, a lot of sensors on climate. Has been here for 20 years. We have been expanding it. It's providing data to the GIEC, to the famous report that is published on a regular basis globally. And so we are really, climate is at the core of what we do, like obviously AI and data science. The third one is in defense and security, and we launched it in March. We are something with some financing from the Ministry of Armed Forces in terms of pushing in materials and cybersecurity. We see 2 topics that are pretty critical today in terms of societal changes as well as technological changes. And here we are getting some teams to work on different topics on the material side, getting to the plasma, to the laser, to the quantic physics, and so on, and on crypto or cybersecurity, more on the crypto side, and some of the other topics. And the last one we will launch end of the year is on biomedical engineering. We have some biolabs, we have some mechanical labs, we have some computer science labs, and we have also some links with the medicine schools. We don't have any medicine school at IIP Paris, but we have some strong links with the medicine school next door and some of the hospitals. And so we have been working on some of this topic around medtech. How do you link these different disciplines, which are the core of innovation, to innovate in that field, which is a societal, obviously, challenge with a lot of impact. In the development, beyond training, beyond research, beyond interdisciplinary centers, we have also been obviously accelerating on partnerships. I mentioned it's at the core of the history of the schools to have strong links with the industry. Here are some of the companies that have been sponsoring some of them on the interdisciplinary center, like L'Oréal or Total or Capgemini. Some others, like EDF on the E4C side. But also we have been developing new chairs. Chairs are sponsorship from companies on, with one lab or one professor to continue some research. Accenture, one of them, they had a strong partnership with MIT. They wanted to have a strong partnership also with us in Europe, and we are the first one with Accenture. And then INRIA, as I mentioned, is one of the national research organism in France, and they are basically putting a research center at the core of IIP Paris, which is going to be under joint development to raise and to continue to innovate on the computer science side. Last element, education, research, innovation. I talked a bit about the 3 innovation labs we have between Paris, here, and Évry. I wanted also to highlight that, as I mentioned, 100 startups are coming out of these 3 innovation labs every year, which I think is a pretty good, I would say, dynamic. Even if we want to do more, want to double that over the next few years. But you can see already the impact of that. One of the elements we measure it is when you look at the French tech. Some of you may know that it's a way there's been a dynamic, I would say, in France over the past 10 years to get more startups, more innovation in that field. And now you have a list every year of the top 40 in terms of money raised, or the top 120. IIP Paris has roughly 25% of the next 40 and 20% of the French Tech 120, which is coming from alumni from IIP Paris. So I think we can always do better, but it's a pretty good start. It's also a way of ensuring that beyond some of the alumni of IP Paris are CEOs of the CAC 40, of the big companies. We have 25% of the CEOs of the big French companies are coming from here. Here, it's a way also to show that in the new generation, in the new innovation, we have that. And here I'm just talking about France. There are many, many other examples beyond France, obviously, given the wealth and the international profiles of the alumni. We have that also going on in the US, many on the Silicon Valley, many startups developed by alumni from Institut Polytechnique and in some other countries. We're putting some money also on prematuration in the labs, and I'm sure you will see that as you go through the laboratories for your studies. We are in what we call prematuration, which is just some ideas that researchers may have to start testing them. So we put more than 1.5 million into this over the past 2 years, just to get, again, innovation going, not only from the students, but also acceleration in the labs. And the last one, these are 4 or 5 examples. I mentioned we have 100 startups coming out of the labs every year, of the innovation lab every year. But here are some examples. Some of them were at Vivatech. You may know about this forum in June. It's in France, but it's a global forum. We have, before COVID, you had 30,000 people coming. This year was more 5,000 plus a lot of digital connection. And here are some examples, like Exotrail is one engine for nanosatellite. In fact, we have 2 startups competing right now in that field, coming one out of the lab, the other one out of the school. And Sensome, another one which is diagnostic for stroke, how to quickly understand what's going on. And this is, again, a medtech element, deep tech, medtech, and a lot of, 30% of the startups are in healthcare, 20% are in deep tech, and a lot in energy, around climate, just around the societal issues we talked about. So I'm sure it's something that is of interest to you, going to the lab, but also going to the DRIX or to the Telecom Innovation Center, I think would be great just to meet, to see what's going on, to get new ideas that may help you or at least interest you or stimulate some ideas from your side going forward. Last element of IP Paris is a campus. I don't know if you have had yet the tour. I think you may do a tour of the campus later on today. But you will see this is obviously well developing. We are, I would say, in the center of the chart today, in the Amphi Poincaré. Here it's maybe small letters, but a lot of development going on. Obviously, the 5 schools now are here. So IP Paris now has its campus. Now we call it the IP Paris campus. We have a few buildings coming up. Some of them are already used. There is some on sports, like the sports center that has been delivered. We have a shared education building here in that direction coming up in 2022. The CIRTA at the top of the lake, north of the lake I mentioned before, which is the atmospheric observatory. And we'll have an innovation park also. I didn't talk about that yet because it's just starting. I talked about the innovation lab, but then next to it, 200 or 300 meters on the east, we plan to have some research labs, either from companies or from other research organisms, on this innovation park. It's similar to what EPFL has done in the past, or MIT also. We are accelerating from that standpoint the link between private and public. Here, obviously, we have a lot of public labs. We start having a few private research centers. We have Thales, for example, which is next door with a Nobel Prize working there. We have also a Nobel Prize here, Gérard Mourou in laser. And here we want to have a few more private labs just to get partnerships going and to get innovation going. So again, it's this idea of the ecosystem, trying to really build an ecosystem on this campus while keeping obviously some green aspect to the campus. We don't want to have just buildings, but buildings allow research and education. But we want also to keep this northern part for sport, for a bit of nice environment, while also we want to put also more greens between all the buildings to ensure it's really state of the art. Now, final point on IP Paris. I talked a bit about that, but the alumni community is pretty strong, and obviously historically from the different schools, now from the IP Paris also, PhD programs or master programs. So we are in fact talking with the existing alumni organization how to ensure that the entire groups, be with a diploma from a school or a diploma from IP Paris, everyone is an alumnus now, or alumni from IP Paris. So how do we ensure this community works? Because as I mentioned, this creates a lot of opportunities. And the idea of getting connection, getting internship opportunities, getting advice is pretty important. It's at the core of the school history, and for us, it's core to IP Paris' future. So I encourage you obviously to connect with former students, either from the PhDs, from the master, or from the other programs, because this is also a good way just to know, to learn, and maybe to find opportunities. So finally, maybe in conclusion, as I gave you somehow the spirit of what we are doing here, the importance obviously of the graduate school you are in, I had 3 thoughts maybe for you as you start your year and you think about the future. And you can see I mentioned a bit of each of them. The first one is to take the time here. You are at the core of a research center. You have a lot of scientific knowledge, experience around here. Just take the time to understand the world. You can really deepen your knowledge of many things. You already know a lot. You have been going through already a lot of education. But here it's a way of deepen to strengthen your understanding. I was talking about the energy for climate, AI, biomedical. On this one, there are many things, many forces at work. It's a great opportunity, either through your master, obviously, or your PhD track, to deepen in the field you have chosen, but also horizontally, there are many other fields you may be interested in. Take the opportunity to meet people. There are 1,000 researchers in the labs. There are 8,000 students. All these interactions should help you in understanding better what's going on, but also then prepare your future, which is, I think, your second element. You may already know, you have already made some choices by being here, but there are many choices you have to make going forward. So think also about the opportunity over the next year through meetings, through thinking, through discussion, through experience of shaping a bit more what you aspire to do. And this is good time. Don't hesitate to reach out to others to do that. And the last one is to take on the challenge, because you are here obviously studying, learning, preparing the future, but you can already make a difference. I'm sure you want to make a difference once you leave Institut Polytechnique de Paris. When you become alumni, you will do something. You will do something where you want to have impact, because that's, I think, what everybody aspires to do. But even while you are here, you can already make that happen through the association, through the projects, through initiatives. So, challenges, hackathons. There are many opportunities to take on the challenge and already have impact while you are here. So I would encourage you also to think about that, to learn, to prepare your future, but also to already stimulate what's going on here and create some dynamic. So having said that, I want just to conclude by, again, welcoming you. We're very happy to have you here. I hope you see a bit after my presentation a bit more what we are doing, what we are aspiring to do. What we are aspiring to do, you are part of that. Don't think that just we are doing something and you are absorbing it. It's you are at the core of what we are doing. And so I count on you also to have your mark on Institut Polytechnique de Paris. Obviously the mark on your training, your education, but also on what the Institute stands for and is going to do over the next year. And I look forward, obviously, to having more interaction, discussion. We'll meet again in the next few weeks or months. And just wish you the best experience, and you can be sure that we are going to make everything to make sure you have a great experience while you are at Institut Polytechnique de Paris. So welcome again, and all the best to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Labai. And now we're going to watch a little presentation of the campus. Professor Laura Fioni. Is the head of master's programs, and she will introduce you what will be your academic life and your studies here in the IP Paris. Please, Mrs. Fioni.
Welcome everybody, and a special welcome to those of you who are for the first time on the campus. So I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to talk to you today, because I hope that you are embarking in an exciting and meaningful experience at IP Paris, and with all the faculty colleagues and with the graduate school and with the IP Paris staff, we will make our best to do it on the best way. And just a few words about your experience at IP Paris. So as at the center of your experience at IP Paris, there is our educational programs. And you can see we offer 5 types of training, from bachelor to executive education, and you are especially interested in master and a PhD track. Actually, you are enrolled in one of the 15 master programs, or in one or our 12 PhD tracks programs. As the President has just said, research is at the heart of our education. What does that mean for you? Well, if you get here, it's in part by becoming excellent to answer questions. Now we will ask you to learn to ask questions and to look for all possible answers. This will allow you to discover new knowledge, and this knowledge can be whether either development on new concept of technologies or methodologies, or forming a new hypothesis. So how will you do this? You have 2 programs to do that. So the master program is 2 years programs where you will have courses, internships, and research projects. At the end of the 2 years, if you validate 120 ECTS, you will get a master degrees. Once you have obtained your master degrees, you can continue your research experience in doing a PhD and get a PhD degrees. The other program is the PhD track program, which is a 5 years flexible program where you will have the possibility to be trained through integrated research master and doctorate, with the possibility to have individualized tailor-made courses. You will have the possibility to have an early research awareness by lab immersion and lab rotation. And if you pass qualifying exams, you can get directly in a PhD program. So as soon as you will have validated 120 ECTS, you will get, during your PhD track program, you will get your master degrees, and at the end of your PhD, you will get your PhD degree. We are here together, so what we will do together? Let's take this opportunity to work and to learn together. We need you, because you are at the heart of our teaching, at the heart of our research, and at the heart of the campus life. Do not hesitate to ask questions to your teachers. They will guide you and they support you, and not only ask questions, but also talk to them about your ideas. They will support you, they will guide you, and they will challenge you and open you up to new possibilities. We just knew health crisis, the COVID crisis. So whether it's a health crisis, climate change, or cybersecurity, or any other challenge, we need you, and together we will progress in our knowledge. And if you are able to use it wisely, that will make you able to be a valuable asset to this society. So now, just a few words to introduce you to the graduate school from IP Paris. So as you can see, Adriana Tapus and François Rouef, they are on the director of the doctoral school, and Nathalie Bourdieu, it's the administrative director. And here you see all the people who support you during your application, your registration. And so there are, I think that most of them are here. So you have Céline Ordesseau, Sarah Garba, Isabelle Morgan, Virginie Foucault for the PhD track, Clara Fiori, Sujung Chen, Daniel Deloy, Anne Richard, et Corinne Derkle, who is the assistant of the graduate school. So they support you, and they will continue to help you for all administrative stuff. So in conclusion, I hope, I'm sure that we will have a wonderful year together. So welcome again, and have a very, very nice time at IP Paris. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Fiori. Now we're going to watch a video of Professor Chantal Schutz, who is the president of the Academic Council.
Good morning to you all. My name is Chantal Schutz, and I'm the head of the Languages and Humanities Department at IP Paris. I'm also the elected president of the Academic Council of IP Paris, and I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the Academic Council. The Academic Council plays an important advisory role to the Administration Board of IP Paris. It's consulted with topics related to education and research, in particular educational programs, scientific policy, and the promotion of research outcomes. The Academic Council can also make proposals on all subjects related to IP Paris academic activities, including on topics related to equal opportunities, academic freedom, scientific integrity, and ethics. The Academic Council is comprised of members appointed by the Executive Committee of IP Paris, representing the different institutes and partner institutions. The larger part of the Council, however, is made up of elected representatives of the academic staff, professors and researchers, and of students of the different IP Paris institutes. We meet 4 times a year in plenary sessions and have several working groups to address more specific subjects, including research issues, equal opportunities, and campus life and development. Because we are an elected body, because we bring together academics and student representatives speaking for the different categories of IP Paris academic members, we are able to address many topics with a vast array of different points of view. The president of IP Paris and the director of research and education both attend our meetings and candidly discuss academic issues with us. We are here to give an institutional voice to concerns about academic policies and the strategic choices made by IP Paris. As such, I'm invited to attend the board of directors of IP Paris meetings and various other institutional meetings, and I use these opportunities to voice the concerns of colleagues and students. So today, what I'd like to tell you is that you can contact your student reps or any member of the council. The list can be found on the IP Paris website if you wish us to tackle subjects that you feel are important and need to be addressed. So please do not hesitate to use the generic addresses that you will find on the website and to get in touch with us. Best wishes and have a good time at IP Paris.
Next speakers are students in our master and PhD track students and also members of the brand new Bureau des élèves. They're going to give you precious information of what will be your life on the campus.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So hello, everybody. Now we're going to tell you how it really is. No, just kidding. I do have the click thing. Awesome. See?
Maybe you
Supposed to
can.
work? Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, hello everybody. I'm excited you're here. Let's wake up a bit. Let's do a moving exercise. Everybody raise your hands. Cool. Amazing. So what are we going to talk about? We're 4 students that have been here for a year. We're in master's and PhD tracks. And what we're going to talk about is basically some basic tips and tricks, how to really maneuver your campus life and make the best out of it. Also, we're going to talk about campus resources, what you can benefit from here, and then about things we have done in the recent months. Our buddy program we have put in place to accommodate some of you better than we may have been last year, but also the creation of the BDE, the Basic Student Association that Juju and Ali will tell you about. So everybody will introduce themselves, so I won't introduce these 3 wonderful people right now. My name is Jacob, or Jakob, whatever you want. And I'm doing my M2 in statistics and machine learning right now, between Institut Polytechnique and some courses at Paris-Saclay as well. I'm doing the PhD track in mathematics. And what I love about the campus is that you can go bouldering. Who knows what bouldering is? Raise your hand. Nice. So there's some of you. There's an outdoor bouldering spot. So bouldering, sorry guys, bouldering is climbing without a rope, but you have a mat. And there is a bouldering spot for outdoor bouldering on the campus. It's called La Troche. It's like somewhere this direction. And if you have a mat or you just want to go one day, hit me up. So one big question, we've heard a lot about master's and PhD track, right? But to be honest, it took me a year to really understand what the difference is. And from the outside, it's not really clear. So what the heck is PhD track? First of all, a PhD track, I mean, we're just following a normal master's. So we don't have special PhD track courses usually. But we are more inclined towards research. So if you apply for the PhD track, you usually want to do research at some point. This is also why all PhD track students, I heard some master students have it too, for example in mathematics, have an academic tutor who is like a professor who supports you, who you can talk to about your research projects or whichever other things interest you in your academic life. The second thing, some faculties have special meetings for PhD tracks. So computer science, for instance, they have meetings where they talk about research, I guess. I've never been there because I'm not in computer science. So some faculties, I think more and more, adapt a routine of doing something for the PhD tracks and for this research orientation. Then the third point, the scholarship point. So there's a scholarship usually during the masters already for PhD tracks. But what's the most important thing, and I talked to a professor today I met in the RER, really funny, that actually our PhD is kind of pre-financed. So there is already some financing available for PhD. And why this is really great is, I can remove my mask. Ooh. Now you can see my mouth as well. Why this is really great is because usually you have to find a professor and they have to really like your project and then you look for financing. But we can just go to a professor and be like, hey, I have money, do you want me? And this is much easier to get a thesis afterwards. So this is why the PhD track is actually called PhD track, I guess. Yeah, then also internships. I guess all of us have internships at some point at the end of our studying years. And we are more incentivized to do it in a research lab, I guess, or in a startup that is strongly focused on research. Yeah, and what I, like the whole theme, of course, is the research intention. All right, who in here is PhD track? Raise your hand as well. Wow, many people actually, wow, cool. Cool you're all here. We saw we're only 69 or so, but it's really increased since last year already, so that's cool. The second slide, or the second thing I want to talk to you about is how to have success at IP Paris. I tried to make a rhyme, but it was hard. So this is just to share some experiences that have helped me during my first year. The first one, so we are IP Paris, right? So there are no IP Paris courses. It's like a bit on top of the engineering schools, and you're also at one engineering schools in some way or another. And there are these engineers, but they all know each other, they've been there for a while, and it might be hard to get in touch with them. And it might also be scary, because when I would come to Paris, everyone told me, oh, the Guide Polytechnique, they're really arrogant, they don't include you at all. Fake news. It's really fake news. I was really happy to see that. When I proactively, last year was all on Zoom, so I just started texting them in the Zoom chat, be like, hey, did you understand the lecture? And they're like, oh no, me neither. So they're really normal people, they're really nice. And it was really easy to get in touch with them for projects, to work with them. Most of them are excellent people, and it's really worth it to maybe just go to their student associations, talk to them. For instance, last week I played a volleyball tournament with the École Polytechnique volleyball team, just because some guy there was nice to include me in the team. So this is really, try to make friends with them. There are lots of benefits with it. And yeah, you just have to be a bit proactive because they already know each other and we're kind of coming from the outside in some sense. Second one, there are many tutors and counselors, as we've just seen, so Antoine will also mention it again, but like the academic tutors in the PhD track, try as hard as possible to really use these resources. Sometimes they don't answer, keep pushing, it's really worth it, and I feel like there are many, many people for not that many students at this university, which is actually a great thing, and it's also the point for the next point. Talk to professors for internships, for research interests. Since classes are so small, this is much easier than at other universities I've been before. And they're also very nice and open. They were always helping me out, like, hey, look, this paper, you could just do the internship with me. This was a very positive experience I've had. Now, next one, check out the events. And here again, the first point comes in, because the engineers, they do events all the time. They do lots of parties. We will do some too, but really check out what's happening. There are also hackathons. Sometimes you learn about them too late, so try to be updated, subscribe to all the IP Paris news channels, and assure that your email is working. Sometimes it's not, but in general, yeah, the newsletters, they're pretty good. One more thing, join the BDEs. They will tell you what the BDE actually is, but there are also BDEs in other schools, and it might be nice for you to also join those to benefit more from their student activities. And the last one, you yourself can get active. Some people before, President and Madame Fioni told us that you should get active, you should shape the community, and we really can. I'm really happy you're all here today because you can be like the first guys, push your friends who are not here today to get active and shape this culture of IP Paris, which is, kind of developing. So even though it's a new university, and this might not be easy all the time, it's actually a great chance to contribute your own thing, and maybe in 10 years you'll be like, oh wow, IP Paris has some part of me in it, and it's much easier to do this right now than in a university that has been around for, I don't know, 300 years. So now I'll give the mic to Antoine.
Hello everyone. Okay, nice. I will be quite short on what I wanted to talk. I'm just going to talk about a little bit about the campus resources that is proposed by the school, and I'm in a master program in economics. Maybe some of you are here, maybe in M1. Raise your hand if you are. Oh, nice. So just 3 people. Okay. Nice. Okay, so I love biking. It's a recent passion. So if you want to do some road bike with me on campus, feel free to catch me out. And yeah, I will just go on the campus resource. It's this, the green one. Okay, nice. Oh, nice. Okay, just about. Maybe some of you have a mandatory internship, so my advice here is to get this as soon as possible in order to just focus on your research project and all the stuff and also on your courses as well. Some platforms are available for you, and I think last year Job Teaser helped me a lot because they propose so much workshop in order to just improve your resume, write a motivation letter, and also be convincing during an interview. I did all of them and just got a great internship. So just use this thing, to get your dream internship. Last year there was also the X Forum, which is an event once a year where 160 firms come to the campus and just give you some offers, propose something. Last year it was online with the SIG Cub. Right here it was online, and they get great thing. And basically it was just a forum where you can get your internship. I think I use it, and it was quite nice to just see how good it was. And I think it was also held by the polytechnicians. I don't know. Okay. So okay, and right after. Hope it's all. Okay. So the main contact points that you could have, it's your program office. They are here to help you. I just give you some of them from Einstein and all over schools. There is also an international student office for those who want help, and which is great. Last one is just about for those registered at École Polytechnique. There is an office program for each program, from humanity, from biology, physics to economics. You have all of them. And for example, for economics, it was Véronica Leduc, which will help you, and which is really great. Yeah, I think I'm just really short on that, and I will just give you the opportunity to Juyun. I think. Last slide. It's about you and your school, and to take initiative, because Delphine Duprat is here to help you, and if you want to contact her for something you have in mind, don't hesitate to just talk to her. And yeah, I think the student life. Yeah,
she's over there.
here.
Delphine.
Delphine, yeah, nice. Okay, nice. And yeah, if you want to take initiatives, you can also contact Juyun and all the stuff. She's really great at it. And yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will just give you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, this
Yeah,
one?
this one. No, this
This
one.
one, okay. Okay, thank you, Jacob and Antoine, for the nice presentations. So from here, I will talk about the buddy program. So, hi, my name is Juhyun Kim, and you can call me Juju. Please call me Juju. It's easier for everyone, I hope. And I'm currently studying in the master program of Institut Polytechnique de Paris, and I'm pursuing in M2 data science. Okay, so, okay. So before really beginning what the buddy program is, for those who are here today, who are aware of this program? Put your hands up, please. Okay, that's very impressive. I think almost everyone knows about it. I'm happy. So the buddy program was created by, well, there's currently ongoing 2 buddy programs right now. So one is for the master's program, master students, and one is for the PhD track students. So the one for the PhD track was created by Jacob, who's here, and the one for the master students was created by me. Thank you. So why buddy program? So the main reason why we created the buddy program was due to the COVID-19 situation. I am very aware that a lot of master students in IP Paris had a lot of difficulties to make new friends, meet new people, and to gather even the information about the school. So in order to give more chances to the students to meet new people and gain more information, not to lose any information, we have created the buddy program. So one of the main objectives of our buddy program is to enable students to meet new people and maybe actually to find your future buddy, favorite buddy after all. So yeah, why not in the long term? Yes. So yeah, that's it. And here, as you can see in the slides, there are some pictures that we have achieved from some teams of the buddy group. And also there were some pictures from our first buddy program event. I can recognize some people here are already here. Yes, hello, Luis. So we had a great time, and the good news is that our buddy program is still ongoing, so it's never too late to apply for the buddy program, and you will for sure get your volunteer and your buddy group if you are the newly incoming student. And if you want to have your own buddy group, you can contact these 2 email address, or you can come to our master's program Discord channel and then participate the survey. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's very weird. I'm sorry. Seems not professional. Yeah, it's really not working. Okay, so the next slide was supposed to be about the BDE of IP Paris. It's one of our major topics for today, and I will be presenting it with my fellow executive member, Ali Mamadov. Please welcome him also. Okay, perfect. Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself a bit before?
Yeah, why not? Hello, everyone. Oh, it's too loud. Hello, everyone. My name is Ali Mamadov. I am a second-year Data AI PG track student. Like about me, I love coding because I'm computer science student. I like the music and also I love too much partying. About the coding, if there is interested students, we can make the groups and participate in the international competitions like the ICPC or Google Hashcode or different competition. There will be hubs on our campus, and I encourage all of you to participate on or contact me for participating, and we will create the teams and participate in that challenges. Apart of that, about the partying, we will be in the charge of it. Don't worry. This year will be interesting. I promise you.
Thank you, Ali.
Not at all.
Okay, so the next slide is about who we are, so who the BDE of IP Paris are, and who are we looking for. Oh well, yeah, I can continue without the slide. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, as we have repeatedly mentioning, we are the members
Thank
of
you,
the
IT.
BDE of IP Paris. We have been just recently established officially, and we have three main objectives in our BDE, which is first of all to ease the student communication with the student and the school, which is one of our main objective because maybe you might had already experienced with some kind of communication problems, such as you had a question to ask the school. However, you haven't received the reply very fast because the situation of the students are very different. And for some students, this issue is urgent. However, the school hasn't really gave you a fast reply. So in this case, BDE is here for you. So if there are some questions that you want to ask the school, before you can contact us, and then we might be able to give you the right person to contact within the school faculties, or there might be some questions that even us as a student can answer. So then it will facilitate the communication between the students and the school. So that's our first objective. Our second objective is to organize student life events and try to encourage student participations. So for example, we have already planned major events for the IP Paris students. However, we are, as some of you might have already know, in our Discord channel, we have posted an anonymous survey to ask you the expectation to our BDE. So there, if you want, you can write down your ideas about student life events or even academic events that you want to see during your student life inside IP Paris. So yeah, feel free to give us any ideas if you have, and any recommendation, or give us, any answers. And our final objective is to welcome newly incoming students to IP Paris, which we are already, it's one of the objectives that we are already pursuing through the buddy program. So basically, we want to create a sense of belonging for students. Yes. So the main important thing, the second important thing is, who are we looking for? So we will open our application for the board division of the BDE. So we are currently looking for for board members of the 7 divisions, such as communication, public relations, organization team, sports board, enterprise relations, club relations, and mentoring team. So if you are interested to apply for the board member of the BDE, please contact me. And for the others, we are also recruiting for members. And these members the application for this member will be throughout the whole year. And as a member, you will benefit from events that are going to be organized by us, BDE. And also, you will have the full right to do the elections. And and the membership fee of €50 will be required. Okay, so from the next slide, I will let Ali to present you.
Thank you very much, Juju. As Juju said, we are we are one second. As Juju said, we are looking for the motivated students for being the board members to our BDE team. Like the board division application will be till 4th October, and the interested students can write the mail to the Juhun, or I will share the Discord channel QR code. You can directly find us there and write them. You can write in private the message for getting the more information about that. We will have 10 days for selection the most motivated students, and 18th October we will announce the selected students. And about this ordinary members, the application will be open are open for everyone and during the whole year. So if you want to be one of the members, please feel free to join us, and you will be enjoyed on that. I'm quite sure. So, firstly, I want to talk about our upcoming events. The first one will be the barbecue and treasury hunt day. With my team, we will be in charge of that day. We will prepare the barbecues for you, the sandwiches or different kind of the meals, as like it will depend your desire. And after lunch, we will have the treasury hunt. We will separate the teams. The teams will search for them some hints, and the first team who will be gain the day, they will have the good present, I hope. The second most interesting event will be the global village. We will separate the teams with the same tradition or with the same kitchen or with same interest. Every team will have some budget. They will prepare their own meals, the traditional meals. And after that, after the preparation, we will meet somewhere. We will share our meals between us. And also each team can, or if they want, they can show their traditional dance or traditional games, or they can even prepare some slides for their cultural interesting information. And at the end, participants will vote for the best team, and the best team again will have a present. And the last one.
Every event has a prize.
Yeah, like we will make interesting them. The last one is the Christmas gathering. It's especially for the students who are not be able to come back to their home countries. We'll make their Christmas. We will create the same ambience, like the familiar ambience in the campus, and I hope you will enjoy that. We will have the special place and the special meals for day. So I encourage you to join our video program, and we have much more events on that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we can pass here also. Come along with our journey. And we should. Here's our Discord channel. Please feel free to
scan the QR code.
Yeah, scan the QR code and even share with your group mates from the IP Paris. Like there's on the slide, we saw that there's more than 700 students of master and PG tracks, but there is only 50. It's not so. Please be more active, and if not, like there will be no difference between COVID, without COVID, and COVID.
No, we will try to encourage your participation for sure.
Yeah, like join the Discord channel. I'm one of the event organizers. I'm sharing like each week or maybe every day the different kinds of the events. Also, we will have the collaboration with the 5 schools, the BDS of the school, and we will try to join in their events also. So, like, it will be not an idea, and we will do our best for making your life interesting. Thank you very much for your presence. Merci beaucoup.
Maybe questions? Do we have time for that? Cool. Does someone have a question?
Just the last thing. Can we go to the previous slide for having the QR code? Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool. Questions about the BDE or so? Just for you to know, like the membership fee, it gives you free food events, it gives you discounts on other events, we might negotiate stuff with other schools.
Yes.
So just why we have it in place is also in order for us to be able to actually put up events in the first place, mostly this year because it's all new and stuff. So just for you to know what it's for, and why you should join.
The last thing what I want to add to the Jacob's sentence is our team is like our organizational association is non-profit association. So all of the money what was gathered from you, we will spend it for you.
Yes.
Like you can be sure of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions you want to ask?
All good. Yay.
Okay. You have the right person to ask.
We can talk it after. Not in the
If
administration.
you want.
Of course. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
More questions? The bouldering place, it's called La Troche, so Troche. And it's like Parc Eugène something. It's so if you know the street with like where the bus passes by all the campus, so you go towards west, and then at some point you just to turn left and go into the forest, and there it is.
I hope you don't get lost.
It's really not too far. It's like a 10-minute walk or something.
And I want to just respond to the Thomas question. Like tonight, as everyone, every Tuesday in the Telecom we have like Telecom is one of the IP Paris schools. They are organizing their rock day. Like tonight we will have the rock. It will be not a party, but you can dance, you can take your friends. It will be in the Telecom Patio. Patio is the main, like the empty space in the Telecom. So at 21 o'clock, we are waiting for all of you there.
Who knows what rock is? Like le rock? Okay, so it's a kind of dance. It's very popular in France, but it's not dance on rock music. That's very, or like not like the rock music you think about when you think about rock, but it's
Not,
a bit still. But it's very, I don't know, all French. I feel like many French people know it, and it's very nice. So if you want to learn how to dance this, try now.
For more information, you can go to Discord channel and see the events, event sub-channel, and get more information.
Cool.
Yep, go ahead. Sorry?
Oh, the hoodies. Good question.
They're not on sale yet. Next year.
You can maybe pursue PhD track. Yeah. You have your chance.
You will get the New Year present.
One more question. Yeah, so this is actually an important point. So in France, I didn't know this before because I was studying in Germany before, but here there's like the BDE, which is like the main organization it's like the meta organization, and usually in other schools they get a budget they distribute for other associations in the school. So right now I'm not aware of any other student association
Yes,
at IP
So
Paris.
if you are interested on that, you can create your own club. You can talk with us after, and you can create your own club. For example, the club of sport, the music club, or art club. For example, for painting or different kind of those things. And you can apply your team, and we can try to find a budget for you if you want to organize some different kind of organizations.
Yeah, so that's also one of our goals, to actually initiate this and then have other students associations and facilitate the creation process. It's not always easy in France, which we just learned. So
Or at least we can find one of the school members who has already that kind of the association, so you can join to there.
There's a lot
Mostly
of
we will be
possibility.
communication, the bridge between the schools and the IP Paris master students. And PG track, sorry.
we'll leave the stage for... You can, yeah, sure. You can just talk to us later. We'll be there
Yes,
for lunch
yeah.
anyways. Cool, thank you for listening.
Thank you for
Thank you very
listening.
much.
So after this lovely presentation. Just focus a little bit. Our next speakers are not students anymore. They are IP Paris alumni, so please welcome them.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I suppose we will be way more boring than them, but hopefully not. Okay, yeah, as it was just said, we are alumni of IP Paris. We graduated in the last year, and right now we are pursuing in our life and in our studies. So I let Felix start with his presentation.
Hello everyone, so my name is Félix Pasquier. I am a second year PhD student in economics at CREST. So it's one of the 30 labs and it's specialized in economics, finance, statistics and actuarial studies and sociology as well. So I am in the subfield of econometrics. For those who knows, it's basically applied statistics to social sciences. And my research is about designing new statistical tools to evaluate public policies. So before that, I was actually, I joined the engineering program at NSA. So I did the 3 years there, and I joined in parallel the M2 of the Master in Economics of IP Paris. So like usually this is what happens is that when you are in the M2 you will be with other engineering students, so this is a great opportunity to talk to them. They will really attend the same classes. Most of them are French, but they are really happy to speak English with you, especially because the classes are also in English. So yes, meet them. As your BD said, they will be very happy to meet you. So yes, the CREST is also at the NSA building, so you can also go there. It's part of IP Paris. I want to mention this also, it's the fact that you have also a bar there. There is not only the Beau Bar, you have several bars, student bars. So if you want to meet NSA students, you can also go to the building and meet NSA students. So I leave the mic to Jonah.
Yeah. So thanks, Felix. Okay, I'm Jonah. Right now I'm a PhD student at the LLR laboratory, so Laboratoire Le Prince Ranguet, which is the physics lab. It's the high energy physics lab. It's down there essentially. And I mean, right now I'm just finished the first year of PhD. I come from the high energy physics program, which is done in partnership with ETH. I hope there's someone around here. Like, okay, cool, at least one. And so yeah, I've done my first year of master in ETH and the second year here at École Polytechnique, and I graduated last year, and right away I went on with the PhD. I think that the cool thing of being part of EP Paris and like the master's program here is, as everyone said before me, you can just have access to professors and researchers, and you can just go and ping them and bother them with any of your questions, with any of your projects, or anything that you want to know. And actually, right now that I'm on the other side, let's say I'm doing the PhD and not the master anymore, it's cool when you have someone that comes and just asks you, what the heck are you doing? So that's cool. And okay, on the slide there is written that it's also with CERN, because yes, I mean, I work with the CMS collaboration, which is the compact muon solenoid, one of the two big experiments that discovered the Higgs in 2012. And so this is also a super cool thing that when you are doing a PhD here at École Polytechnique, or I mean IP Paris in general, I must say, you can cooperate and collaborate with these huge international collaborations and centers like CERN, and it's super helpful, IP Paris, in everything, because even during COVID, they were super helpful in sending us to CERN and doing the job there that needed to be done there. So I really encourage you after the master and during the master to start to get in touch with us and enter PhDs and do stuff with us. And yeah, now I let the stage at Joel.
Hi, nice to meet you. Not very original, but I'm also a PhD student. And I will also speak later about Valentin, who couldn't be here, but who went to another path as an entrepreneur. So I'm studying at iCube for Interdisciplinary Institute of Innovation. Our laboratories are this way at ENSTA, and we are doing basically it's management science. So we are trying to understand how things work in a company or other organizations. For instance, my PhD topic is to understand the contributions of machine learning applied to health, and particularly to customization of care path, patient care path. I was also a bit like Felix from an engineering background. I was at École Polytechnique before starting the master PIC for project innovation conception, where I became friends with Valentin Chemel, who came from another engineering school. So it was very interesting in his master to be with other people that engineers, and we were also with people coming from business schools. And it was very helpful to speak with people coming from other backgrounds. And I encourage you, and I fully agree with what has been said by Mr. Eric Labeille or your student association, to try to speak with other people inside your master, your classroom, but also from different masters here, or PhD tracks, or engineering schools. Because people are nice, but you will have to make the first step, or maybe the second two, to meet them. Valentin could have also agreed to this, because his company is launching is founded with two other people from a different master on innovation. And what works very well with their company, which is on aircraft. They are trying to build aircraft with hydrogen. Is that he comes from a track, and his two other co-founders come from another one, and their complementarity helps them to have a more comprehensive view of their problem and to tackle this. So it's very helpful to try to broaden your horizons. Maybe we could continue with explaining why we choose the PhD.
If I can just, why you should choose a PhD and why did I choose a PhD? It's just that, you can do research and development essentially in every place in the world nowadays. You go to Google, they do a lot of research and development, but you do what they say you should do. And you are not free to try and pursue the intellectual path that you want, because they have an agenda, they have to make money. When it comes to a place like EP Paris, of course, they are also a society that has to watch at the budget, but you are more free to choose what you want to do. For example, for us in physics, I could have done what I'm doing, which is studying the Higgs boson, but I could have chosen something like, development of accelerators or whatever that comes with high energy physics. And so it's, in my opinion, the good thing of choosing a PhD is the intellectual freedom that you have, that in general outside of academia you don't. So, and Felix, if you have other points on this.
Yes, so for me, it was because at the end of the master, I was still very curious. I wanted to deepen really my knowledge also in the field. So this is why I decided to do a PhD. It's because I wanted to dig more into econometrics. Also, yes, it brings you, you have very great professors here. They are very well integrated into the network of international research. So once I got into the PhD program, I realized how Institut Polytechnique de Paris is actually a great place to do research. You have people coming from all over the world to present their research here, especially from major US universities. So because yes, the professors you will have great professors. So talk to them really, attend to your classes, ask questions. This is very important, and this will be very useful later on. Yes, be curious really, and you can also and even having a PhD is very rewarding after that. Even if you don't want to do research in the long run, it's you will still acquire skills that are very important because you will work in full autonomy. You will have to organize yourself. Those are very good skills also for life and later on.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I don't plan to do academic research later, but it's 3 years of experience that's really worth it because you learn a lot. And also, there's the fact that you're independent in your research, etc. But maybe in master you're starting to notice that you're reaching the limits of human knowledge. I mean, you can ask sometimes things to your teacher, and he will say, "Well, we don't know. Further than that, we don't know what's behind this problem or this method, etc." And now you're going to the border to this limit, and the PhD I see it as a way to make the extra path, the extra step to gain new knowledge, even if you're on the shoulder of giants, as we say, but you can go a little bit further, and it's very stimulating intellectually, and it can bring you joy if you're really fond of it. But I think it's a great time in your master to ask these kind of questions to yourself, to your teachers also, because as Felix said, you are in a very good environment to pursue a PhD, knowing people, because the affinity with the PhD advisor is very important. I think you also agree it's quite key for your 3 years, because being independent, it's also you need somebody to help you. Maybe we can, I think you're hungry, but maybe we can give some tips for experience being in the master, academically or
I mean,
life.
Personally, tips for being the masters in presence, I might not be the correct person because I did my master's during COVID, so it is what it is. But yeah, just follow the courses and study. That's what you should do. I don't know. Yeah, it's just choose. I mean, because anyways, you have to choose the courses that you want to follow. Maybe not all of them, but at least some of them, you have to choose them. Choose wisely. And if you are not sure what to choose, just start to follow all of them. You follow the first 2 lectures of all of them, and that directly gives you the answer to your question. Because if you don't know, just try, and what you like, you take. What you don't like, you don't take. Then anything else, I'm not really the person to ask to.
So yes, I think this is what Mr. Labai said. It's quite the IP Paris is known for its excellence, and you will see classes are quite demanding, but you will acquire skills that are very valuable, and you will be some of the few that actually master those skills. So this is why also you have such a good ranking in employability. It's because you will know things that very few people know. So yes, work hard. I think it's true. As Jonah, I was also a student during the lockdown, so I did not really enjoy the physical classes. What I can say also is that meet people, really it's important to, if you can find buddy partners also for working or for leisure activities. We have a great campus here. I'm a PhD student, so I can also enjoy a bit the infrastructure. So you have for sport, it's great here. You have everything you need. There is a CSX if you want also. I don't know if you can go there if you want to do extra sporting activities. You can also do not hesitate to. I think you are sometimes affiliated to a school, so do not hesitate to meet people from your school. You will get emails and go to your BDEs. That's great. We didn't have that at our time, and so I think this you will really enjoy a better time than us due to the BDE that is here, and I'm really proud of that. This is this is a great idea to create this.
Yes, and also the entrepreneurship can start here at Master, because you will be asked to do some projects that sometimes are open-ended, meaning there is no right answer. And it's up to you to research, to look at scientific articles, etc., but to also try new path. And there is the backing in IP Paris if you really want to pursue. I mean, if you do it half-heartedly, I mean, you can have a C or a B, but if it's really something that interests you, the project, you can try to go further. Some actually startups started from this kind of projects, and you can also try to speak with your teachers, try to go further this way. So it's a great opportunity in your studies to try new things. Maybe not a PhD, maybe not entrepreneurship, but anyway, it's valorized later on your professional life, because you will try things, you will learn a lot by doing things by yourself.
I don't know if you have any pressing question or curiosity or whatever.
Well, if you don't, I wish you good luck for your master, and welcome to IP Paris. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you to all our speakers. Just a few announcements. In the grand hall, in the hall outside, there are some stands of banks. If you need to open, to create a bank account, they can answer your questions and tell you how to do. For those who book the lunch, you must have in the tote bag a little pins. I don't know what is the color of the pins. Okay. I don't know how to say in English. Okay, so that one. So you need it to take the lunch. Just outside. When you get out, it's just outside, and then you can have lunch inside or outside. For those who registered for the campus challenge this afternoon, the meeting point is at 1:45 near the lake. There are some tents, so you can find the appointment meeting. You are going to be in different teams, and if you don't know which team you are, there is a stand of the campus challenge also in the hall, so you can go there and ask them. So once again, welcome to IP Paris, and have a nice day, and have a nice stay in our school. Thank you.